Okay, so you're this? Yeah. But you want this? Yeah. Okay, so in order to get that, you'd have to do this.
Again, I tried to get this done as quickly as possible, but I mean, I don't know the timing, how you should time this. Like, should you tell them that the very first date, before you go on a date? That would be up to everybody's individual personalities, I assume. But I know this has saved me from a lot of heartache, because I just tell people how it is, and I just get it out of the way. And yeah, like I said, it's worked for me. When I was into just serial dating, because I have been into serial dating and friends with benefits, I've had guys say, oh no, that's not what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for something for real. I'm at that phase of my life where I want to get married. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not. So I don't want to hurt your feelings. So let's part our ways now. And now I'm looking for marriage. I'm looking for the real thing. So for me, it's worked in the past.
Scott? Hey, it's Courtney from Bumble. Calling you back? Yeah, I was just wondering if you fancied a shag behind a dumpster. Ah, you're looking for something more casual. No problem.
Welcome to tonight's coaching video, guys. Let's crack right into tonight's topic. I think I'm just going to call this one Things Leftover Women Over 40 Say After 4 Decades of Being Passed Up by High-Value Men. And the longer these women stay out there, the more of a crap show it becomes. And don't you dare, as one of my followers, one of my subscribers, one of my students, get involved with any of these women, because if you do, you will be part of that crap show and you will be crapped on. So let's jump into it. Shared a few little rants with you in the beginning of tonight's coaching video. So I'll start with the first one where this 40-year-old woman was looking for a guy who's honest, trustworthy, hardworking, passionate, affectionate. You couldn't find that in your 20s? You're looking for that in your 40s? Right? What's the problem here? It drives me nuts with these chicks. It's like, okay, here's my list. This is what I want. When did you create this list? How come you didn't go after this list when you were younger, when you were in your prime, when all of these beta males were at your door lining up to marry you? Where was this list then? Why are you coming out with this list now that the game is over? And I mean, literally, you know, if you're a female and you're in your 40s, the game is pretty much over, right? Especially if you've been divorced, you have kids, or you're a single mom, even worse. Good luck with that, right? Good luck with that. Don't take my word for it, but get out there and go see for yourself how fun it is dating, how fun it is trying to lock down even a decent guy, even a beta simp, right? That you're not going to respect, that you're going to hate being with because he tells you whatever you want to hear and he never corrects you and he's just completely spineless and he's like a jellyfish and you just stamp all over him. You have no respect for him. Yeah, you tell me how fun that is, how sexually attracted you are, how wet you get for the type of guy like that. You don't. And this is why we say on this channel over and over, man, you know what? You got to know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You got to count your money while it's sitting on the table. In other words, you got to cash it in, right? I don't know if Kenny Rogers actually had that verse in his song, but you got to cash it in, ladies. You got to cash it in while you can. And then, you know what? You could get that guy who's hardworking, who's appreciative of you, who's affectionate, who's this, who's that, and he just fulfills so many of these bullet points on your list. He won't fulfill all of them, okay? Don't lie to yourselves, ladies. Don't do this to yourselves where you come up with this ridiculous list and you won't settle for a guy if he misses like 1 or 2 of those bullet points. Because I've noticed a trend with these women as they grow older, that list gets longer, doesn't it? As they get older, that bullet list starts to grow. Yeah, now I've got to have this requirement and that requirement. He's got to be able to travel. He's got to like, the same type of food I do. He has to have been to Venice and Italy and France. He has to, he has to be cultural and all that. You start to like come up with all of these things that not a whole lot of guys can fulfill. Even if you were to go back into your prime in your 20s, you'd be very hard-pressed to find that type of guy. So imagine trying to do that into your 40s. You just can't do it, okay? You just can't do it. Stop being the 39-year-old or 40-year-old NFL running back that is trying to get the big contract. That ship has passed, okay? Those days are over. You have to be real with yourself if you want to have a shot to land anybody. And let me tell you, you're running out of time. Nobody else is going to tell you that, but I will tell you that. The PUA will tell you that. You are like, not even running out of time. You've ran out of time, but the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. Put it that way. The longer you wait, the longer you hold out, the less options you are going to have. So you're going to have to pick somebody. You're going to have to take something off the table that you can call your own before it's too late. Because it's like being at a salad bar. The longer you wait, the more the food gets stale. All the good stuff's going to be taken. You're going to have nothing but crumbs left over. This is why you don't want to wait, right? You want to take advantage of it. Now, let's jump into the second girl's little rant there. Second woman's rant, I should say. So this woman is clearly in her 40s, and she's driving along, and she's talking about how she was out there dating, and she went through a phase. I believe they call it the hoe phase, right? A lot of these modern women are like, oh, going through my hoe phase. Guys, make no mistake. That ain't no hoe phase. That's just who she is, okay? Good women do not go through a hose phase, okay? Good girls, okay? Good women. They don't have a hoe phase. To them, that would be gross. Like, oh, gross. I don't want to do that. But for these women, are like, oh, I'm going through my hoe phase. No, it's not a phase. That's just who you are. You are a hoe. It's not a phase, right? That's just who you are. So this chick was talking about how, I had to spend a few years, by myself and just running amok out there and serial dating. She literally said she was serial dating. She admitted that she was serial dating. And went through my hoe phase, rode the carousel, banged a bunch of dudes. And, plenty of those guys came along and they wanted to get serious. They were looking for marriage. What a bunch of simps, by the way. You don't tell somebody that, right? You've got to be really desperate, by the way, if you're one of those guys who did that. That is a desperate, desperate move to be like, oh, well, I'm only looking to get married. I'm not looking to play the field. I want to get married, because really you're full of it. You're full of it. You're just telling her this because you think you're going to come off more virtuous. You're going to come off more righteous. But yeah, that's not true. Even if you are looking for that, you're not looking for that with her, because this chick is blatantly telling you that she is banging a series of dudes. Okay, she's banging multiple dudes. So you're not fooling me, guys. You're not fooling me. But she literally said that that's what she was doing. She was serial dating, and I got marriage proposals. Guys wanted to marry me, and I was like, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Talk about arrogance, right? Talk about thinking that you have all these options in the world. Guys will marry you no matter how old I get. And it's like, don't complain later on when you're still out there and you're buying cat food, because you can't lock down a man anymore. Regardless, she went through her hoe phase, and now she is like, oh, I think I'm ready to get married again. It's like as if it's at her convenience. I think I'm ready to get married again. Yeah, now's the time. I get married again. I find myself a guy. Now's the time. It's like, bitch, you ain't gonna get no high value guy. I'd be surprised if she even gets like a guy who's usually they'll get like the bottom of the barrel. They'll get like a guy who's a drug addict, or a recovering alcoholic, or homeless or something like that. Yeah, sure, that guy will marry you because he has no other options. Is that really the type of guy that you fantasized about growing up? No, but you waited too long. You just waited too long. And now, not only that, the fact that you're admitting that you were serial dating, you admit that you were riding the carousel. What does that tell? What does that tell men? It tells men that, ew, gross. You know, she's got all of these different guys yak up inside of her, and I don't want that. You know, you've got like 100,000 miles on your vaginal odometer. What high value guy would even, want to consider that? He wouldn't, because high value guys can get the cream of the crop. He could get women with low mileage. He could get women that haven't been riding the CC, women that haven't been serial dating, women that haven't been felt up by a bunch of different dudes, women who haven't slept in a bunch of different dudes' beds, in a bunch of different neighborhoods, and ridden in a bunch of different dudes' cars and all this other stuff, and showered with a bunch of dudes. Guys don't want that, right? High value guys especially, because he could get a woman who has barely been touched, right? Looks like she just rolled off the showroom floor. He can get that girl, so why would he settle for a woman in her 40s? Especially one that's been riding the CC. There's no reason for it, right? There's no reason for it. So, either way, it's time for me to crack out of here. As always, share your comments below in my comment section. Anything I might have missed, anything you would like to add, any experiences you've had that you want to share with the tribe, please share them in our comment section below. I always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read your comments, so drop those comments below. And until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from my Range Rover, doing the last series of coaching videos in this car. I'm very sad, but I will be selling it very soon. So this is going to be the last round of these coaching videos we're going to do here in my Range Rover. We have a lot of memories in this car. You guys probably learned a ton from me teaching you from this car. And this was the first car that I bought once my channel started to get traction and my business started to get traction. This was the first nice car that I bought myself in a long time. So it's very sad to have to let it go. And this has actually been the most reliable. You guys aren't going to believe this, because a lot of you guys are like, Range Rover, oh my God, it must be in the shop all the time. No, this has been the most reliable car I've ever owned. It has never left me on the side of the road. I've never had electrical gremlins or engine problems or anything like that. It's been maintenance free, and that's the thing about these luxury cars, is you have to keep up with the maintenance. As long as you do that, the car will not let you down. So you have a lot of these bonehead owners who will buy these luxury cars, never take them in for maintenance, never do the oil changes, and just never take care of them. And then when they break down, they'll get on all these forums and talk about what a terrible car it is. And it's like, no, dude, you just have to maintain it. It's not cheap to maintain it, but you know what? It won't let you down if you do. So I have no problem getting another one, but there are other cars I'm looking at right now, so we'll see, but I'm sad to let it go, and I'm gonna replace it with something newer, because I've had it for a while now, so I think it's about that time. And I held on to it longer than I should have, just because of sentimental reasons, but gonna miss this car. But as always, make sure you smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Do it for me, do it for Cash, do it for Gizmo, and do it for the Range Rover. Please smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell right next to it, so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my channel, so make sure you're subscribed as well, because too many of you guys are on my channel not yet subscribed, but you're watching all these vids. So help a brother out, man. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. I would very much appreciate it. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 months to mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s. Same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students now all around the world are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making things happen every single week, no matter how high gas prices go, no matter what boneheads are in the White House, no matter what kind of division's going on in the world. We're continuing to live our lives at the highest level. And I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us. And again, this is the absolute best way to support my work. And you're going to get a ton of value from it. Okay? I promise you, you're going to get a ton of value out of my 7 months mastery program. And right now, the first month is only $1. It's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So take advantage of it. It's really easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out from the Rover for one of the last times. It made me very sad.